The judge condescended to the people, said you peaceful protesters are deceptive to the ideas of the terrorists. I know you are receptive, so we've got to throw away the Fourth Amendment, keep those protesters on the run, 'cause we found sandwich wrappers, next we might just find a gun. 'Cause we're here at Fort Benning, please excuse me when I state that if you're looking here for weapons, you'll find them behind that gate. If you're looking here for weapons, you'll find them behind that gate. What does that spell? Operation Deregulation. O-I-L. They're building a wall, and that's at a cost. Land, money, and safety, and all the lives lost. A wall made of brick, but bricks can be broken when the people of Zion have finally awoken and said no more walls, no more refugees, no more keeping people upon their knees. And in the history books we'll someday recall, before apartheid was ended, they were building a wall. Shukran.
I am not a pacifist, I like throwing bricks, and when the cops have coffee and I've taken a few licks, I always feel lucky if I get a bloody nose, because I feel so militant and everybody knows by the time the riot is all through, I'm a better anarchist than you. I'm a better anarchist than you. But we don't like the bulldozer, we're gonna burn it down. Corporate terrorists, drive them out of town. We'll bring a lot of gasoline, pour it on the floor, light a match, say a prayer, and run right out the door. Burn it down, burn it down. We're going to burn it down, burn it down, burn it down, burn it down.
Speech about hope and change, you can bring us all to tears. You can list all your accomplishments, say give us 4 more years. You can make the case your party is so different from the other. You can say you've got my back, you can call yourself my brother, but you don't fool me. No, you don't fool me.
Because this is where they buy the politicians. Because this is where power has its seat. Because 99% of us are suffering at the mercy of the madmen on this street. Because all of us are victims of class warfare being waged on us by the 1%. Because these greedy banksters rob the country, leaving us without the means to pay the rent. Because the last time that we had a decent government was about 1932.
because we the people are supposed to run this country, but instead it's all run by and for the few. Because now we know the rich do not pay taxes, but when they need a hand it's us who bail them out. Because we suspected we lived in a plutocracy, but suddenly of late there is no doubt. So we're gonna stay right here. We're gonna stay right here. What are we gonna do? We're gonna stay right here.
Because capitalism isn't working, this system has just failed to produce. Because the 1% are prospering, while the rest of us just suffer their abuse. So we're gonna stay right here. We're gonna stay right here.
Sometimes you need desperate measures when you live in desperate times. Private Manning saw he was looking at war crimes. He wondered what to do to allow the dead to speak. He finally decided to contact WikiLeaks. Now it's all out on the table and everybody knows the emperor is naked, he's not wearing any clothes. Yes, they overthrew this feudal system, but it's replaced now by speculators and banks. And you can still hear the homeless families asking of all the landed gentry in our ranks, who gave you the right to be a landlord, to live a life of ease while others toil? Who gave you the right to be a rich man, while the rest of us pay you so we can work this soil? Who gave you the right to be a landlord, to live a life of ease while others toil? Who gave you the right to be a rich man, while the rest of us pay you so we can work this soil? Who gave you the right?
We worked the soil. For you we dug the moors. For you we shed our blood, fought so many pointless wars. And now you're trying to tell us there's nothing we can do. You say the world around us belongs fairly to the few, but about 8 billion people no doubt will agree this world is our home, not your property. It's the commons, our right of birth. And you who would enclose the land all around the earth, our future is your downfall when we cut this ball and chain. You who'd sacrifice the public good for your private gain.
Where it goes is anyone's guess. After all, this is the U.S. Battles have been lost and won, but with bombs being dropped every day by the sun, with the orphaned and famished beneath the sky, waiting for the day when it's their turn to die. Some people just can't look away. They have to set up a tent on the campus and say, boycott, sanction, and divest. 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 Boycott,